This is the Hard Cam Wrestling Podcast with me, Ryan Palmer. I have Nick Twin Towers and the Lizard King, James, is also on board as well.
I'm Lizard King.
You're the Lizard King. We are chatting today about our top 5 wrestling theme tunes, current theme tunes. Unfortunately, I wanted it to be all-time ones, but, these things don't always go to plan.
Think
but
of the content.
It is the content would have
Future
been awesome.
content.
Future content. Okay, fair enough. So tonight is also Survivor Series as well. We're going to be doing our Survivor Series podcast tomorrow. Before even any of that, I should ask you guys to shout out your social medias.
Will do.
James?
You can find me on Twitter at HardCamJames. I do tweet a lot about football, wrestling, anything really.
Nick, what's yours?
Find me on Twitter at Pencil Tree, and also obviously find me on Facebook, the artwork page that is associated with the Hard Cam Wrestling Podcast Facebook group page. Yes, look us up on there. Say hi.
You can also follow the podcast on Twitter at Hardcam Podcast. Follow me on Twitter at Yardy316. Find us on Facebook. Follow the podcast on Podbeam. Listen to the podcast on Podbeam as well. And let's fire away with some news.
You forgot to plug the YouTube.
Yeah, the YouTube as well. God damn it. Follow us on YouTube. We're uploading stuff on YouTube, so get that sorted as well. Yes, follow YouTube. Who's got the news? The news
I
dude.
have the news. So, first one will make everyone happy. The Better Twins have been talking this week, and they say they want to come back for a women's tag team title run.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's the worst news I've ever heard. Well, it could get worse later on, but flipping heck. I hope this doesn't come across as sexist. It does not mean to be sexist, but I would rather they just stick to concentrating on being mothers. Just stick to being mums. No one really needs you back in the wrestling world.
I actually always thought Nikki Bear wasn't that bad.
Get out.
She wasn't that good either, really.
She's a lot better than Brie.
I wish they hadn't been born, or whatever it was she said. I wish he had died in the womb. God,
Oh dear, let's forget about that story now.
It's terrible. Didn't one turn on the other, and then they both sided with each other anyway?
Yeah.
A couple of
So SummerSlam, Nikki turned on Brie to cost Brie match against Stephanie McMahon. Then at Survivor Series, Brie helped Nikki beat AJ for the Divas title by giving AJ a nice smooch. And the match ended about it was like 30 odd seconds. Probably.
Absolutely ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous.
Poor
Poor AJ, yes. What other bits of news have you got?
The update on Zelina Vega. So it came out earlier this week that she got fired actually the day of SmackDown. She got to SmackDown. She found out she was fired. She actually asked Prince to see, but it got declined. We all know that it's been around. But there's been a update on about why she wanted to go see him. Nothing too big, but it's from Fightful. They said, though we hadn't heard Zelina Vega was escorted from the arena following her firing, we were told that she was denied an opportunity to speak with Vince McMahon. One of the stories Fightful heard about from a wrestler was that Zelina had asked to speak with Vince McMahon and tell him goodbye, and the offer to do so was declined. A wrestler on the Raw side of things did not sound surprised by the situation. Nothing is that is hard enough to get a meeting with Vince when you're employed by that company, much less when you've just been fired. One SmackDown performer noted that they waited weeks even after their call up to talk to Vince McMahon and mentioned that hadn't really changed in the pandemic era. We've told several wrestlers shared personal words of encouragement to Zelina following the move. So apparently she just wanted to say goodbye. Don't know why.
Yeah, who else
Guy's
says
an absolute dick.
goodbye to their employer who fires him? I don't know. I haven't when I've been fired. Granted, it's only happened once, but I didn't get the chance to say goodbye to my boss when I got fired. How very odd.
I think the thing is, Vega did challenge WWE by setting up an OnlyFans. So the fire was justified. If they got, I don't agree with the whole thing, but if that's the way she was right to get fired if they put that rules out. Obviously, I don't want Zelina to be fired. I thought she was absolutely brilliant. One of the highlights at the beginning of the pandemic era. But Vince was really high on her, so that baffles me why he didn't want to say goodbye.
Yeah, it was. I mean, she was making more money from doing her side projects anyway.
Yeah,
so I mean, she's better off out, man. She's better off out. Just
yeah.
I think there may be some sort of kickback on Aleister Black. If
Tables.
So again,
Going through the tables.
yeah, you can go through tables.
By Roman Reigns and Jey Uso now.
Yeah.
But obviously, it did come out to start as leaders fire, and Aleister Black did request to go back down to NXT, which was declined. So I think there's quite bad blood between both parties at the moment.
Goes to show though,
making so much money. So, yeah, the company's making so much money as well, but denying people these side projects is just kind of wrong. And then having their own, is it Cameo?
Yeah.
For loads of other guys, $1,000 $1,000 a time.
Undertaker.
Absolutely fucking stupid. It's ridiculous. And they're probably going to take a percentage of that as well.
Yeah.
It is when they years ago to go out and do these things. That's the biggest ball buster. Is a couple of years ago they encouraged, the employees to go out and expand the brand. It was good for the company if these guys went off and did this.
Yeah.
It gave higher exposure to the WWE. They didn't need the money; they just wanted the exposure. And yeah, like 2 years later, they turn around and say, "Actually, you know what? This thing that you spent the last couple of years building up in your name and earning all this extra money off of, yeah, give us the money."
I don't know. This is pretty weird. Obviously, Vega earned more than an actual WWE contract. So a 90-day non-compete clause ends February, I think. So whether she goes back to wrestling or just carries on what she's doing is a different story. But I think no matter what Zelina does, she'll smash it. I think she's absolutely brilliant. Probably one of the best on the mic, women-wise, in the whole company. Maybe both male and female on the mic. It's absolutely brilliant.
She's good. I don't think she's like Bailey level.
No, I mean, as on the mic, she's up there.
Bailey level. Yeah, she's really good on the mic. Maybe she'll go back to Impact. Who knows? Yeah. She's really good in Impact.
Yeah.
Hey. Anything else? Do you have any more news?
Yep. About the Undertaker.
Ooh.
It's what adds a bit of suspense for tonight's Survivor Series. So he had an interview with Sports Illustrated, and he's asked what you'd be doing at the show, and he doesn't know. He said to Sports Illustrated, "You've got as much noise as I do. The only thing I can safely say is at some point I'll make an entrance and go to the ring and address the WWE Universe, and that's about as much as I know right now, to tell you the truth." So I feel like it adds more excitement.
It's absolutely typical and slightly shoddy again of WWE. So they do rip up scripts 5 minutes before the show goes on end, and in this case, they don't even tell the talent what they're doing when they're on the show. Fucking hell!
I think I understand with the Undertaker. He has been doing a lot of interviews this past week. So if they don't tell him, he won't go out and say something or like give something.
Yeah, he can't slip up. He can't accidentally. I know he wouldn't do it on purpose, but he can't accidentally let something slip. So yeah. Kind of hush until he's in the building, basically, probably.
At any point, I think Undertaker might like that. You probably got the surprise thing. Okay, what's going to happen when I go there? It's great as us fans, because it makes it completely unpredictable. Obviously, us we spoke about it last night, and we all had our own different versions of what could happen. So yeah, I think it adds a bit more intrigue to the show.
Yeah, it's especially like you said, it'll be a nice surprise for him because if he's going into it blind as well, it gives him that excitement. So he's not psyched himself out thinking I've got to do this, I've got to do that. When he gets there, he gets told what he needs to do, and he'll just go out and be fresh with it.
Yeah, I do understand because the amount of interviews he's done this week, so it does make sort of sense why they wouldn't tell him.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's segue that to the Undertaker. Because it's obviously 30 years. Supposedly going to retire.
Nope.
And
Nah, he ain't going to retire.
no. I would like to talk about our favourite Undertaker memories. Let's just say if he is going to retire. It's a highly doubt. But let's talk about the memories you've got of him. Just in case. This could be quite good. We might have to do another one back up at WrestleMania, but we'll just re-upload this.
Mine was his debut, but I think mainly because of the way Roddy Piper seemingly tried to bury it.
Look at the size of that hammock!
Look at the size of them hammocks! Yeah, those drumsticks, pal. It was. I remember watching it because I watched it live. I am that old. I can't remember how old I was. 1990, so I would have been 16. So at the same time, ITV was showing like WCW, NWA stroke WCW worldwide at 2:00 in the morning and stuff like that. So they had like Cactus Jack and they had Abdullah the Butcher and people like that, and they had Mean Mark Callis on the show, and he used to do the heart punch and stuff like that. So then when suddenly he just disappeared, wasn't on the show for a while. I'm watching Survivor Series 90, and then this tall guy comes out with Brother Love, who's been hyping someone the past few weeks. I love you. And when the camera goes up close to Taken, you can just like a flashbulb goes off, and you see his face, you see his ginger hair and his ginger beard, and I'm just like, all right, that's Mean Mark from WCW. I know who he is. But by the end of the match, when he's taken out fucking Snooker or whoever it was with the tombstone, he's taken out most of the people in the match. I'm just like, fuck, that's not Mean Mark Calloway. That's the fucking Undertaker. Yeah. And then that's my best memory of him from a personal point of view anyway. Obviously, there's like others, the streak ending, his match with Shawn, throwing, I'm probably going to tread on people's toes here, throwing Mankind off the cell, etc., etc., etc. So those are mine. If anyone else has got anything different or similar, then the floor is yours.
Mine was you just mentioned the Hell in the Cell, because I watched wrestling, because again, I'm of a similar age to you, Palmer. I started watching wrestling about 89, dropped off the bar at about 94. And then I remember in 98, somebody just showed me that Hell in a Cell match between Taker and Mankind. And it just pulled me back in. I just watched that match and I was like, right, I need to start watching this again. So yeah, I'll always kind of credit that Hell in a Cell match as being the match that got me back into wrestling as an adult. Yeah, that's one to take a memory.
Obviously, I'm not as watched wrestling as long as you two.
Older than us, basically.
I'm only 21. I've been watching since 2008. Obviously,
Lucky
seen the Undertaker.
kids.
I know. Obviously, seen the Undertaker first week. What is this? Who's this big geezer? And at the time I was 2008. I was about 10. So obviously I thought this guy can't lose. Hello.
Ooh, we have
Oh,
Joe.
wow.
Joseph
Joe's
Parr.
joined us.
A new challenger.
Main event
has
here,
joined the
boys.
game. Oh, excellent.
Awesome.
Nice.
Carry on.
Anyway,
yeah.
What we
so
talking
I
about?
was Undertaker.
Okay.
So I was 10 years old. I thought, this guy can't lose. He's already dead, isn't he? So I think it was
This was last week.
I think it was on SmackDown leading to WrestleMania 24. He had a 3-on-1 handicap match against Hawkins, Ryder, and Edge, and he lost. I was like, oh my god, he lost. That's sort of my first memory of Undertaker. But my favourite memory that actually made me go, oh my god, it was 2011. And remember, they had this build-up of someone coming. Everyone thought it was Sting, but it was The Undertaker. And I also thought the rumour match was supposed to be Sting and Undertaker for 27.
Yeah, I remember that.
Obviously, I was 12 at the time. So I thought, oh, Undertaker's back. Awesome. Haven't seen him since he got buried alive by Kane. After that, the Triple H came out. I was like, oh my god, Triple H is back now. What the hell? God, he hadn't been on TV since Dream Wars the following year. I thought that was so cool. They didn't have to say anything. You knew what was going to happen. They just looked at the Mania sign thinking, this is happening at Mania. And that was probably my favourite Undertaker moment, as for me growing up. Just the return of him and Triple H. I was sort of half expensive. Shawn Michaels to come out next. So yeah.
Hated the way they had to completely erase from history WrestleMania 17 match. Oh, why the hell did they do that? Just made no sense. It is. Excellent match, but it's like, no, that didn't happen. You didn't see anything. It's like they've also erased from history the Big Boss Man match as well.
There's good reason for that.
The hanging.
There's a reason for that one.
It's shit and the hanging. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Anyway, since Joe said, we'll quickly talk about our favourite Undertaker matches. Our favourite Undertaker match. Just pick one match.
Undertaker and Kane versus DX at Saudi Arabia.
Oh, get the.
Jesus Christ.
Get out. Get out.
There was so much wrong with that match.
I won't lie. I don't think I've ever seen a good Undertaker match. And that's not because that's not me saying the Undertaker's not good. It's just that I've not seen enough Undertaker matches.
You're missing out. There's some really good ones.
But,
So
yeah, my answer stands.
my favourite Undertaker match is against Triple H at Mania 28. That's top 2, one of my favourite matches of all time. The best kick out of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Feature music into the pedigree.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And when
Helen
Michael
himself.
Kyle is going streaks over, I thought, okay, the streak is actually over. Then he kicked out. Sean just went to that fit.
Maybe we should have ended there.
Yeah. Actually, something I didn't mention in the news that Undertaker did say he wanted Reigns to break the streak. He regrets not having Reigns break the streak instead of Lesnar.
Oh God, could you imagine?
Wouldn't it be bad if Reigns turned heel afterwards?
No, it wouldn't have got. I mean, it wouldn't have gone well.
He kind of did. He was heel anyway, and then he cut that promo in the ring
That
where he
was
should
so
have turned
good.
heel.
That was so good.
This is my yard now.
You have to get him booed and just curse that for 5 minutes. He goes, "This is my yard now," and walks off. Yeah.
Orton, I think Orton, when he was the legend killer gimmick, he should have ended the streak because the streak it wasn't even that much of a big thing then. So it would have made sense, really.
Person to end the streak, or this person to end the streak. That's why he wanted everyone to end the streak.
A lot of people didn't want to end the streak out of respect.
Yeah. It's mostly people not ending the streak. Everyone everyone else didn't want to end the streak, but
Undertaker's probably like, just someone end the bloody streak. Everyone's
they
like,
want
no,
to
you're
wrestle
good.
at Mania again.
Obviously, there's been talks of Edge breaking the streak, Orton breaking the streak, even Wade Barrett breaking the streak at one point. So, yeah. Anyway.
But
Nick.
afraid I've got some bad news. He did not break the streak.
So, what's your two favourite Undertaker matches?
Who are you asking?
Both of you.
I feel like this is just a way for you to get your own option from the poll into the podcast without winning.
Well, not really making
you're doing here,
make any
James.
sense now doing it again, will it?
You sneaky bastard.
He is, isn't he? Look at him. Didn't win the poll. Well, now he's getting that in there anyway.
My favourite one would be everyone's least favourite, which is the streak. It's just ending him versus Brock Lesnar.
That's not a good match, though. That's not a nice match to watch.
It's a very slow plodding match, and
the fact that Undertaker is concussed within like a minute.
Yeah, it's a bit fucked up because he gets concussed. But I still like.
Actually, I want to change my answer.
Ooh.
Undertaker versus Goldberg.
Oh God, that's worse than what you said at first. I didn't think you can get worse than the first one you said. I realised, oh wait, the Goldberg match exists.
Yeah, when we said concussion, I was like, oh wait. God, that was an awful match to watch.
Match hurt to watch. Anyway, continue.
Didn't help that freaking Goldberg concussed himself before the fucking match even
Probably
started.
a headbutt in a locker, like, yeah.
Exactly, stupid prick. The second one, I don't know. I'm kind of like Joe. I've seen loads of matches, but I don't think he's not my really favorite wrestler. So I probably don't pay that much attention to his matches. So I'll just go with a cliched one that everyone else goes with. Shawn at WrestleMania 25. So,
Bang on.
yeah.
None of them compared to my answers.
Yeah, they don't, to be honest.
In many ways.
Nick, what's your favourite Undertaker match?
I've already mentioned the Hell in a Cell one, so I'm going to go with a more obscure one that people generally don't mention. Early noughties, I think it was from Survivor Series. It's basically
Brian
hardcore
Gonzalez.
RVD. Take RVD in a hardcore match.
Oh,
Is it a ladder match? No, it's not. Is it?
King
No.
of the Ring, isn't it?
No, it's a hardcore
That's
match.
Jeff Hardy.
Big, the audience and stuff.
It's King of the Ring, isn't it? I think.
Is it King of the Ring?
I think so. I'll be able to. King of the
But like Survivor Series or something. It just basically was the final push for RVD as well to sort of show that he can hang with the big boys. But yeah, it's a really good match, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we all went for Mania. Well, I didn't, but I wasn't being serious. I feel like you all went for Mania matches.
His match against Jeff Hardy was really
the ladder
good.
match.
Yeah.
Make
I remember
yourself
that one now.
famous, kid.
Make yourself famous. Climb the ladder.
Boom,
That was
boom.
good. And then he gave respect to Jeff.
He gave
Lifting
respect.
him up. Respect. He
Mad
gave that.
respect.
think-
Nick, the match you were talking about having a Vengeance 2001.
Vengeance, that's it, yeah. But yeah, that match, it's a really obscure match. People generally tend to sort of forget about it, but it's just a really good match.
I might have to go check that out.
Should we get on to the actual?
Should we go with Should we go with Ryan Sangster's top 5 first?
Yeah, we're still.
He's not here.
Yeah.
Ryan Sangster, we can confirm, passed away last night. Unfortunately.
Oh, there's got to be people who
Fucking hell.
People who take that seriously as well.
Shit.
Just to confirm, Ryan's not dead. He has gone for Cody Rhodes, Chris Jericho, Darby Allin, Edge, and Randy Orton.
A very good list, might I add.
Decent list.
I would suggest that probably at least 4 of those are in at least another one other person's list. I've also got an exclusive from someone who couldn't comment on the Facebook post for some reason. This is Ash Atkins. Shout out. He's gone for Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, AJ Styles, Shayna Baszler, and he's gone for CM Punk. This fire burns, even though that's not a current one, but that's, you know.
Good theme, though.
I swear I saw a comment from him on one of the posts.
He only said Cody Rhodes, but then he couldn't put the top 5 in.
How bizarre.
I didn't think about Shayna.
Shayna's theme actually is a class theme.
Yeah, I know for Shayna.
It's Shane. Yeah. It's all right. It's not. It's a pretty generic Shayna's.
You think?
Yeah.
But then you said MJF's theme is generic, so
MJF is a rework.
So you have no credibility here.
I have lots of credibility. I'll fight you for that, you little bastard.
I think it's going to be difficult to argue with any of them because I think no one's going to go for a bad theme. I think it's going to be hard to debate what's going in the master list is going to be the difficult thing.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Seeing as I went last week and got forgotten.
We almost forgot.
So should we start with Ryan then?
You swinkly shall.
So we'll start with James.
Right. Proud and Powerful. I really, really like that tune. It's a good standalone tune as well. So it's like, if you want to be, if you got it. If I wasn't proud, I wouldn't be powerful. If I wasn't proud, then I wouldn't be powerful.
You can confirm that Ryan will give us samples of every song.
I think I will, actually. Yeah. So that's that song for Proud and Powerful. Excellent tune. It matches them. And it's a good standalone tune that you can just pop on, have a jog to, have a workout to, just some weight and clanging back. My second one is a Darby Allin's I Fell. Ding, 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 ding. I fell. So did
have you seen there's a remix where someone's just gone, oh, I'm Sting.
No way. I'll have to have a look at that one. So I like the Darby Allin gimmick. I like him as a wrestler as well. He's not too spectacular, but at the same time he is.
What?
Yeah, I don't think he's spectacular, but is
what?
Yes, yeah. I still like him. He's a pretty damn good wrestler. He's very charismatic.
Nothing special about him, though, guys.
See,
yeah, he's really good wrestler, really charismatic, but he's not that special.
It's just shit, really, though.
I'm very hard to please. Third is Bailey's theme tune.
The current one?
Yes, a current one. I like it because it always reminds me of when she first used it. So when she first turns, she came out with the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men, and she killed all of them with a pickaxe handle. Music stops. Then she went to the ring, had a match with Charlotte, beat Charlotte, pulled her hair, and then got the belt, and then just cut a promo in the ring that was like a few words: "Screw all of you." And then her new music played. I thought, oh, that's really, really fucking excellent. So it always reminds me of that point.
But it's nowhere near as good as her old one.
Her old one, I like that one.
Hang on, we didn't get a sample of Bailey's one.
It goes do 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 or something like that.
I almost hate it more now.
Her old one always brings a tear to my eye because it reminds me of when she won the NXT Women's Championship for the first time, and she ran through the audience celebrating with them. It was just like Regal or Triple H just said, "Look, have a celebration." Do what you want. It was on an NXT where she did her celebration and she ran through the crowd. My fourth track.
I would argue that Bailey's one would not be on there.
Yeah.
And why? Why would you not?
Because it's just not. Because just for the pure fact, it's not. There's nothing special about it like Darby Allin, and it's worse than her old one.
I think these
like putting
think
Keith
it's a good
Lee's new
one.
theme song on there. There's nothing terrible about it, but it's also not good.
Anyone else? Any opinions?
I don't think it's the best, but
Is it
Any-
the best though?
no.
Exactly.
Have you got any opinions on the first two that I've already said as well?
Only first two.
I agree with both of them. Yeah. Well, I agree they're good.
Right. So for my fourth, the fourth one is for Jon Moxley.
Morrison. Oh, okay.
So listen.
Are you still using that one?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He came back with that. I don't think he's ever changed it. I think that's his only entrance music he's ever had. That can't be right.
With the business theme song all the time.
Yep. So Jon Moxley's is a very good tune in my
I
opinion.
forgot we weren't talking about John Morrison then. I thought we were about to talk about John Morrison's theme song for a minute then.
Yeah, it's a tangent too far.
Yeah.
Jon Moxley.
It's a good song.
Again, it suits. He comes out of the crowd or from a car
Sure,
park.
that's how it goes.
It is.
I think what makes a good theme if it suits the character as well.
Yeah.
That's
what people doesn't like when Seth
Unscripted violence.
when Seth changed his theme. I was like, oh, he got rid of it, but it's like his new one fits his character.
It's shit.
He's
though.
acting like a god.
Yeah.
But it's a shit theme song though.
It is, but it does suit his character.
It suits his character, but it sounds like Bailey's theme tune as well. So
I
it's like, what the fuck?
I thought that too. So why isn't Seth
weird.
Rollins' theme song on there?
I don't know. I don't want Seth Rollins on
Uh,
there. It sounds like
want
Bailey's,
Bailey's
but I
on
don't. Bailey sounds a bit better than his. So for my last theme tune is one you don't hear too often, but you must have heard every so often on Dynamite. Probably heard it more on Dark because he's always on Dark. He's won most of his matches on Dark, and that is Ricky Stark's theme tune.
Ricky Skaggs.
Ricky Skaggs himself. It's a I think it's something like that off the top of my head. It's very
I've not heard. Second.
very jazzy, it's very it's upbeat. I don't think it suits him as such because he's more of a cocky heel, and the theme tune would suit more of someone like a No Way Jose kind of a character, a party kind of a character. You don't see Ricky Starks doing any of the party type gimmick, but nonetheless, I like that tune. So those are my 5. Anyone else?
The revolution is televised.
Yes, that's the one.
Listening to it now, hang on.
I mean, it's quite a different list.
A different list.
Yeah,
What I was
like,
going for.
Suggesting it'd be on the worst one. Are you suggesting it'd be on the worst theme songs list, James?
no, I'm not.
Cheeky.
We still have. There's what the Writer's Censor has its own category for worst themes. With the
That's
blade.
true. What, the Right to Censor theme song?
Have you heard it?
Beep! Beep!
And
Beep!
also, Nick will play with this. We watched Survivor Series 1990 last week, and Sergeant Slaughter's team is literally just drums.
Yeah.
So guys for like 10 minutes because he's kind of bloody shit promo as well.
You badmouthing Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah. If you've seen that
Okay.
promo, you would understand.
That's what I did.
So which one of you maggots wants to give their list next?
I segue, Ryan. Okay. Let me bring up my list. So I've gone for Cody Rhodes' Kingdom.
Good. That's
Of
a really good
course.
thing.
That's the only good part of his entrance now. As well as
Wrestling
the-
Night Out has
His fucking 4 entrances. And then the gates of hell open and all. Anyway, Kingdom's a very good song. Darby Allin. I've got 3 unmentioned ones.
Ooh.
I've got MJF.
I am better than you. And you
Right,
know
James.
it.
There's no need for that.
That's just kind of
Anything to
theme.
say on MJF's theme?
It's generic. It's a rework of the Mean Street Posse's theme.
Oh, here we
We've
go.
been through this though, Ryan. You then realise that every wrestling song is a rework.
This one's a blatant. Well, yeah, okay, but still, it's still a rework of the Mean Street Posse. It's pretty
So?
generic. I'm just
It's a
saying.
good song. Nick,
I like the one with the words as well. Better than you. That's how it goes.
was it?
Yes. It's on Spotify.
No, I don't like that. Nick, what do you think on MJF's theme?
It suits the character, whether it's a reworking. I agree with Palmer that it's very sort of close to the Mean Street Posse one, but at the end of the day, it does its job. We was talking about it before, it's not going to be my. It's not, it's not near my.
It's a Buddy Murphy situation all over again.
Oh God, here we go.
Buddy Murphy should have been. No, I'm joking.
He beat Wands on Friday.
He did. Deservedly
Clean as a
so.
whistle.
And it looked like a decent match from the highlights.
It was.
Of course it was, because it's a Buddy Murphy match. Anyway, we move on to a WWE theme. Shock. We've gone for Bobby Roode.
Oh.
Ryan, I want you to sing all of it. So glorious.
Glorious.
Okay. And that's enough of that.
Is that the reason why he told him to sing everyone so you get to Glorious?
Yeah. It is. It's a great theme song, innit? It fits his character.
Yeah.
And to me, Bobby Roode is nothing more than his theme song.
Oh God.
Yeah, out.
Okay, give me this. He was very good in TNA, but in WWE, would anyone care about him if it wasn't for his theme song?
It's not his fault.
That's WWE's fault.
Yeah.
They would have done if they had booked him the way I said.
Even in NXT.
People
With
care about him,
EC3 and FTR tag team.
Yes.
The glorious 1% top guy revivals.
This is going to be a meme now, isn't it?
The Glorious Foundation is what they would have been called.
No, I like my name better. I just keep giving you names on Facebook as well.
Glorious 1%. Ah, fucking hell. That's what they should have done.
Is it?
Yes. They should have done.
I won't lie, Ryan. I prefer the booking they've given him.
This is going to be the meme now, isn't it?
So go on then. Go on.
Yeah, you can't argue with me though. Even in NXT, he was nothing more than a theme song.
He was a really good character. Actually.
I don't care what he won.
He had more of a character in NXT. He was the person that was going to. His character was someone that was going to change NXT. He said it. He cut the promo in the middle of the ring. He was going to expunge NXT fan base of all the short wearing fat slobs and replace.
Yeah, the only reason he got over is because they all sung his song.
Yeah. If they'd followed up on that booking, on that promo, then it would have worked. He would have worked, but they didn't. So that's why he failed. And everyone did the glorious bombs, or was it Ciampa and
Gargano,
yeah.
following him around doing glorious bombs.
That was really funny though. Some of them were really funny.
I think that destroyed him as well. It's.
I think their tag team should have been called the Glory Holes. Could have a segment each week. Bobby Roode's Glory Holes. Any objections to Glorious?
Nope.
Glorious nominations,
really
I believe it's called.
When it was over, it was really over.
Yeah. I would have replaced this with Nakamura's theme had he have not added lyrics to it.
I like the lyrics to it.
It's still good, but it's not as good. And lastly, we've gone for someone I don't think is going to be on any of your lists, Minoru Suzuki.
See, I thought about it.
Kazanina Ray is a brilliant song.
It did cross my mind making my list.
I'm not sure whether all of you have heard the song.
I have.
Nope.
Oh, go listen to it now. Just skip to the chorus.
Change your name to Mark.
Casanina Ray. I'm not expected to make the master list, but it's on my list because it's a brilliant theme song. It fits Minoru Suzuki brilliantly, and when the whole crowd goes Casanina Ray, it's amazing. It's better than when the crowd sing Judas.
It literally sounds like an anime theme song as well.
I know, it's great. I urge all of you that haven't heard Casanina Ray to go and listen to it.
I've heard it.
I haven't heard it.
WCPW for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he faced Joe Coffey.
He had a few matches there, didn't he?
Yeah, he faced Joe Coffey a couple of times.
I think he was in the World Cup as well.
No, Desperado was, I think.
Oh. Anyway, yeah, that's my top 5 list.
Who's next? As Goldberg would say.
I'll go if you want.
Ooh.
Go for it, dude.
Ooh. First one is, to me, it's probably one of my favourite tunes at the minute. It just works so well, and that would be the Undisputed Era's tune.
Yeah.
Ryan, can we have a sample?
And
that's enough of that.
Just managed to mistime the thumb point as well. It pisses me off.
It's a good job this isn't a video podcast, isn't it?
Boom!
I tell you what, Kyle O'Reilly makes that theme as well with the air guitar.
Yes. Yeah.
The crowd make that theme song with the boom.
Yeah. But we don't deserve Kyle O'Reilly, I think.
You don't. I do.
Damn. Anyway, next, carry on.
I have no objections to the Undisputed Era theme song.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I was just waiting to see if anybody was argue it, but no, that's cool.
No, I don't.
Liverpool have gone 2-0 up, by the way, if anyone cares.
Oh,
Well,
that's unfortunate.
of Liverpool. Is it against Leicester?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, against Leicester.
On a wrestling podcast.
A nice little sidebar. It's all right.
Anyway.
Drew McIntyre had an interview with Scott McTominay the other day on BT Sport.
That sounds unbearable.
Was he trying to big up the boxing match again with fucking racist Tyson Fury?
No, they're talking about Marcus Rashford, I think.
No, that sounds more bearable.
It's him and Scott McTominay of all people.
I couldn't hear. Can't fucking be asked to. Hey, you fucking you laddie, and then he answers, hey, you laddie. Not really. It's not something I want to listen to, really. Theme songs.
Nick.
Thanks, apologies. So, the next one is going to be Finn Balor's entrance.
Yeah.
I just think it's awesome. You got the crowd participation. It just works. It works 10 times better when he's the demon, but it just works when he's just Finn as well. It ticks all the boxes for me.
Would you prefer his regular theme or the demon theme?
Demon theme. I like that one better than the regular one. It's longer. It's got the longer entrance.
Yeah.
It's fucking excellent. Don't like that one with the guitar. Don't like that.
Don't come. If you come at the prince, you better not mess.
That was really good.
Don't come at the prince. You better not mess.
That was a very...
When the cat's away, the mice will play. Or whatever he said.
But the cat is back.
Look what the cat dragged in. That's more fucking Irish ace, that one. Oh. So what's your next one?
The next one would be Alter Bridge Edge's tune, Metalingus.
Namaste, Dennis Leary.
Oh, fucking hell. Never heard
that one.
Can't take that one out now. It's been ruined. Fucking hell.
From one Irishman to another Irishman. Dennis Leary. Oh, Dennis Leary. I'm thinking of someone else. Anyway, he's an arsehole, Dennis Leary. Thinking of David O'Leary.
Namaste, Dennis Leary. I love Edge's theme song. This is
Yeah.
the issue with this topic, I've realised. Because there's too many good theme songs. But the real debate is going to be in the master list, isn't it? I don't think anything can really be debated that they're good enough to be on the top 5 list.
No.
Except for all of Ryan Sangster's ones.
And Bailey.
Yeah, and Bailey.
How dare you?
How
dare you?
Is that, Nick, are you saying that's your favourite Edge theme song then?
Yeah, it's better than the Rob Zombie one.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that was terrible.
I didn't mind it. It worked. I like the song.
Just need Tony Chimmel.
The Rated R, not going to do it.
The Rated R Superstar.
Go on, Nick, give us your... Is this your 4th one or your 5th one?
This is my 4th one. It's very obscure. I've only just found it today when doing research on all wrestling tunes. It's Will Hobbs's.
Is it Big Willie? Yeah.
Yeah, but Will Hobbs's tune is awesome.
You know he's just going to come up to the FTW theme now.
Because I've only just
Who
found
can
it.
stop the Pat Cage?
That
was awful.
You gotta have willpower. And then but yes, if you haven't heard it, go check it out. It won't make the Masters list, but it's fresh in my head. And I thought it was awesome. It's a top
Nice.
And same goes with number 5 as well. It's another one that I kind of located, which is Eddie Kingston's tune.
Yeah, good one.
Cold World, I think it's called.
I don't know about that. It's good and it fits his character. But is it one of the top 5 theme songs in the world right now?
It's fresh for me. That's the problem, because I've heard all the other ones so much. As much as I love them, because I've just got these last 2 especially, because they're new, they're fresh. It's kind of like, I really like this at the minute because it's not been overkilled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would say the Lucha Bros theme is better than his, which Ryan is going to rap for all of it for us now.
Lucha. Zero miedo.
When did the Lucha Bros turn Japanese? That was the most stereotypical sensei voice I've ever heard for a Mexican. What's the guy that sings a song is American?
Lucha Bros.
That's exactly how it goes.
Zero M. I can't remember how it goes. I remember those.
It's exactly like that.
Is it? Fucking hell.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Zero M.
Exactly like that. So, I don't know about Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, it's just because it's fresh in my head. So, I mean, you got your top 3 for sort of like what he knows. And then once I was just listening, those 2 were the standout tracks. Again, like I say, man, it's just because they're fresh in my head. You know what it's like when you hear a new song, you want to listen to it a few times, and it's like, okay, I like it. I'm into it too much, and then it's kind of like, nah, bollocks to it now. I've killed it. So those last 2 are just personal favourites. They ain't going to make the master list. I'll let the Undisputed Era take that spot.
Would you mind, Nick, putting your list into the group chat, please?
I will do indeed.
Thank you. James, it's time for the main event.
As it should be.
Don't let us down.
I do have an honorable mention as Baron Corbin because it made me laugh during the 2020 Royal Rumble. Having Edge came out, everyone's hyped.
I would allow it, but I don't like Baron Corbin and he's a waste of space. So.
No, I was always, every time I hear this new theme, I just laugh because it makes me remember the Rumble.
In all fairness, it is a good...
Yeah, it is a good
song.
It
is a good song.
But it has Edge returns, everyone's hyped, and of course they send out Corbin next. Everyone in the bars got annoyed. I thought it was so funny. I think it's so unintentionally funny. Hey, my actual list.
Yep, let's go. Numero.
Hold on. What was the atmosphere like in the bar that you were in when Edge came out?
Absolutely mental.
Probably not as good as the atmosphere in my room. On my own.
Fair enough.
Absolutely mental atmosphere.
Your list.
I was hugging strangers and everything. Yeah, I was very drunk.
This is pre-COVID.
It was January last year.
Really? Was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
January this year.
This year.
This
God, we're
year.
still in 2020, aren't we?
Aldrin, you made me very confused then.
Anyway, I'm going to start with the two that have already been said. So I've got Darby Allin
Okay. Ding, ding,
and Edge.
ding, 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 ding. Namaste.
Shut up.
So we all agree they do have places on this list. So I'm going to start my people that no one has put as James Storm. Sorry
Good song.
about your damn luck.
Long necks and rednecks, all my friends.
Johnny Cash listening.
Oh yeah.
It's just, I became eligible in the past month when he returned to TNA.
Long necks and rednecks, all my friends.
That is a
Such
tune.
a good theme. It suits him so well as well. I absolutely love that theme. It's always been a favourite of mine since when we first bought that theme back in like 2011.
It is a good song.
Now I got Tommaso Ciampa.
Only right, I should have put that on my list. To be fair, I did it on the one who brought it up.
I watched this NXT. He does still have it.
It's
No
Taz's
one
theme,
will
so-
survive. It's also right to say. It's also the start of Right to Senses theme.
Dun, dun.
Is it?
Yeah, well, the beeping, isn't it?
Whoa. I did
Beep.
not realise that. I always get the I only just listen to the bit that goes boom, boom, warning, warning, boom, boom.
There's really obnoxious, annoying beeping at the start of it.
No.
But this isn't as obnoxious. Is this better than when Ciampa came out with no music then?
No, when he
No.
came up with no music to the crescendo of booze from
Probably one of the
Full Sail,
best
that was
entrances
excellent.
ever.
It
But I
was.
think once these crowds started cheering him, they need to bring a theme in.
Yeah.
So
I
But-
kind of think Ciampa's really done in NXT and they need to get him out of NXT.
yeah, I agree.
Just on a little tangent. I know that he doesn't want to go to the main roster, but there's nothing else for him to do. He's just stale.
Mm. He's gonna have a match with Timmy Thatcher, which I'll probably happen to takeover. It should be fun.
Yeah. And then
Where's this mindset for NXT talent? I don't get that logic with NXT. How people, when people sort of say, "Oh, they need to move up to the main roster," because you don't get that with guys in Raw or SmackDown. And NXT is meant to have this rotating cast coming through it, where you've got like your OGs, where you're going to have your Garganos and Ciampas who won't make it on the main roster, so let them stay in NXT. But they should always have fresh faces to kind of go against to stop them from getting stale. Or am I just totally misreading NXT?
I get what your point is, but then at the same time, surely at some point you've got to put it's like old guard needs to go, don't they?
Yeah, but is NXT the third brand or is it still developmental? It's like
Third
NXT.
It's
No,
both.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it needs
I'd
to be
say
one.
it's both.
No, but it needs to be one or the other. You can't be sort of just promoting guys up. I don't know. That's a conversation for another day anyway. But yeah, sorry, I just sidebarred.
I don't know. Yeah, I like the tangents. So then we can talk about this in another day. Actually, could do a little one-off NXT discussion.
I mean, it's conflicted at the minute as to what it is. It's got an identity crisis.
It has actually.
My last one, which I'm really surprised no one said, that hasn't been brought up on discussions beforehand. It's The Fiend. I love the theme song.
It's good. That's
Code
all I have to
Orange.
say. No, that's it. There's nothing. There's nothing else. It's just it's good. There's nothing. Would you like the theme song as much if it didn't accompany the Fiend's entrance?
It only suits The Fiend.
Yeah, it does. But without that entrance, would the theme song be as good?
Probably not.
Because that surely that means that the entrance is good and the theme song is just there.
Mm.
No, I think it's got. You could say the same for me and Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finn Balor's music is good for anybody else if they didn't do the whole entrance thing. I think it's a part.
Which he doesn't do anymore.
Well, yeah, true. But he still kind of does a few little things here and there,
Yeah.
I suppose. But
He does
Yeah.
his little gun fingers because he's a London rapper.
But no, I think if it's it's got to go with the entrance as well as. I think that's a bit of a mute argument for me. You incorporate it with the wrestler. So whether it would work with or without it doesn't matter to me that much.
I think there's a difference between it working with the character and then it working with the entrance.
I think it works with the character as well, though. Of course, it's just a more creepy and fucked up version of his old theme.
That's exactly what it is.
A better version of his old
I
theme.
don't even think it's more. I don't think it's more creepy. I think his older one's more creepy. There's too much going on in the new one for it to be as creepy.
That's really creepy, though. It's really. It's really. There's a lot of it. There's a lot going on, as you say.
What I want to know is why he's catching flies in his mouth.
He stood somewhere with his mouth wide open, agape, and he's like stood in wonder at something. That's the way I was.
The Miz winning the WWE Championship again.
Fuck right off.
Spoiler, what happened tonight?
Yeah. I think it could happen tonight, to be fair.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Do you want to discuss what bet we have quickly, Ryan?
I discussed it yesterday as well.
Did we?
We'll discuss it again.
Yeah, we'll have to discuss it again.
The bet was if Miz successfully cashes in his money in the bank.
Like throughout until a new Money in the Bank is crowned.
Not what the bet was. It was on this pay-per-view.
Well, it wasn't. I didn't specify, and then I specified after.
Okay, right. So if he cashes in within now...
Basically, if he cashes in successfully, then you are forced to take part and say nice things about The Miz in a Miz appreciation podcast.
No!
You can't. If it's an appreciation podcast, you can't diss someone.
I'll be on it, but I'm not saying anything.
No, you have to
I'm not saying a thing. I've got nothing nice to say about it.
If The Miz fails his cash in whenever that may be tonight and wins, but if he fails it, God forbid, I think apparently Nick isn't taking part because he doesn't like The Miz either. But I'm forcing James to take part. And maybe Sangster. We will have to
take
watch.
part. Guy hosts one of the series that's related to.
Exactly. Well, that's true. Yeah, we will do a retro review of a terrible show of Ryan Palmer's choosing.
Yes, you will. I'll make sure
but that's not going to happen because Miz Champion 2020. Hashtag it.
Ryan, I would like to do a disclaimer.
Push the Miz.
I would like to do a disclaimer, Ryan. Can you not pick December to December guys, as part of my poll for next month? Thank you very much.
Oh man!
You heard it here first, guys.
It doesn't have to be from WWE either.
Backed into a corner now. I'll find
a terrible show from like some crappy indie show.
I'll find some WWA or Heroes of Wrestling.
Oh no!
Wrestling Society X.
Yes. But yeah, okay.
Bash of the Big 2000.
So is that everyone's theme songs done?
Yep.
It is indeed.
James, if you would mind putting your list, thank you. This is going to be difficult. This is probably going to be harder than last week's one.
Shall we pick one from our own list to nominate? And if that gets vetoed, we'll move down to another one.
How many of us? There's 4 of us, which is annoying. Fuck you, Sangster. How dare you have kids and responsibilities? I don't mind. I can go with that.
Yeah, I'm going to put your Undisputed Eras forward from my list for the Masters list.
Well, let me pencil these in onto a document. I have no objections as of yet.
Right, it's in there for now. If something better comes on,
penciled in. I would like to put forward from my list, if I can find it. Oh, I put it at the bottom. Of course I did. I'd like to put forward from my list. Do I go what I believe, or do I go with what I know will get on the list? Well, surely Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin have to be on there, considering majority of us said them.
I'll vouch for Darby.
I'd say 2 people said Darby, didn't they? So he should go on there anyway because two of you said it.
There's only 2 of us that said Darby.
I said Darby.
There's 3 that said Darby, so Darby has to go in there, really, doesn't he?
That's a given. So that gives us 4 spaces then, 1 each.
Ooh.
Unless we all disagree. Because if somebody says Bailey, then it's not going in. I will put forward MJF's theme. Even though I'm doing it out of principle, I could go with what I know will go in there, but I believe that is the best theme on my list.
I don't think
Cody
it is.
Rhodes.
I'll object.
I'm gonna go with Mox from mine. That's going on. That'll definitely go on. That and Proud and Powerful, but definitely Mox.
I don't know. Is it?
I should have fucking had Will Ospreay's one. Fuck.
Oh shit!
That elevated.
I'm putting Will Ospreay's theme on this. That's my nomination. That's my nomination.
It's a wild card.
Yeah, it's the wild card pick. He's come over from SmackDown for a night. Yeah, Will Ospreay's theme is my pick.
Well, instead of MJF?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. I'll take it.
Yeah.
You can do that? Fuck.
You can now. It's my podcast, bitch.
Yeah,
Make the balls as you go.
A secret sixth option that you can bring out if you want to.
No, only I can do it.
Like that one time Elimination Chamber had 7 people.
Yeah. Yeah, and it had like Finn Balor and like Baron Corbin extra or something. Wasn't The Miz in that one?
Yeah, it was Balor,
what a great Elimination Chamber
Miz,
that was.
Cena, Elias.
I think The Miz was the stand-up performer in that one.
And Palmer, think about it this way.
Yeah. Keep what?
It keeps the MJF song off the Masters list.
It should be on there, to be fair. Should we have a look at Sanctor's list?
Yeah, she thinks.
He said Darby Allin as well, so.
Got Orton. But that means 2 of us got Edge as well.
No, nobody else said Judas.
It was.
Somebody did.
I didn't. He was about 7 on my list.
Judas would have been on mine, other than the fact that it's been tarnished me by the crowd.
I did it out of respect for Palmer. I know he won't appreciate it, so.
Why? Just because he thinks that Judas isn't a good song?
I just think people that sing it now and suck the cock off of it only suck the cock off of it because of Jericho, and we've never.
I listened to it before he used it as a theme song. So
before
I did it before it was cool.
Yeah, so did I.
That's the only reason. The only reason I hate. Well, I don't hate Judas now. I just don't like it anymore. But it's because of the crowd have to go. Judas in my mind. I'm becoming. And then he always have to. Oh, it's the Jacksonville Children's Choir. They're all obese and like over 40.
Fun fact: Judas is actually the theme song of NXT Takeover Chicago, the first one.
That's true.
Tremendous.
Before it was cool,
but it isn't anymore.
No. I'm putting forward Ciampa.
I would argue off your list that Edge deserves to be on there more than Tommaso Ciampa's theme.
That's sure. I'm happy with both of them.
What do you think, you two? Is Edge better? Is Edge's theme better than Ciampa's theme?
Plus, there's 2 of us have said Edge's theme as well.
Yeah.
Palmer, what was your nomination?
My nomination was Moxley's.
I'll put Ciampa over Moxley.
Ooh. I'll let this one play out before I make up my opinion. Go on.
Go on.
I think Ciampa's theme is a lot better than Moxley's. I've heard Moxley's a few times. I don't know. You know, I can't think of it, but I'd very much prefer Ciampa as a theme to Moxley.
Tommy, you got a weird sound, lad.
That's my beard. The microphone's on my beard.
Nice ASMR.
As a theme, I prefer Ciampa's than Moxley's.
Ooh. So that's 1 vote for Ciampa, 1 vote for Moxley there. Nick? We need to coordinate here, otherwise it's just going to be a draw.
Yeah. I'm going to go Ciampa's.
Ooh.
Okay, doke.
But Oh,
We need
but
thanks to
Ciampa, I would say but Ciampa was better without a theme song. But that has nothing to do. That doesn't reflect on the theme song. I've got to go Ciampa as well.
3-1.
Sorry, James.
Well, I'm with
Wait,
Ciampa.
sorry, Ryan. Ryan doesn't get anyone on the list. Unless you said Edge. You didn't. Well, let's see.
No, I didn't say Edge.
Is there any objections to Undisputed Era, Darby Allin, Will Ospreay, Edge, and Tommaso Ciampa? We can take Will Ospreay out if you want, considering he wasn't anyone's pick.
He can be the outside sixth person.
Yeah, he was number 6.
I suppose slight objection with Edge, which is kind of like the same principle as Jericho's, but I prefer Edge's more because people don't sing along with it and stuff.
What
If
about
that's
when
a
I
reason.
sing it?
Don't sing it.
We're not going to mention James Storm either.
You can mention James Storm. I would say James Storm gets in there over Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, I was going to say Storms is better than Ciampa's.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, fuck off Tommaso Ciampa.
All right, if I put one, I'll have Storm in it.
Well, let's let Palmer decide.
Storm or Ciampa?
Yeah.
Or Finn.
Or Finn?
I don't think Finn's in the conversation. Nick.
No.
Okay.
James Storm.
It's a very good song, though. I do really like Finn Balor's theme song.
I'll go with long necks and
Long
rednecks.
walks and rednecks. The COVID version.
So, yep, James Storm.
Okay, so we have one spot left because we removed Will Ospreay because he wasn't anyone's pick. So to pick from, we have Proud and Powerful, Bayley, which isn't going in, Ricky Starks, Finn Balor, Willie Hobbs, Eddie Kingston, The Fiend, Tommaso Ciampa could go back in there, Cody Rhodes, or Randy Orton, or MJF, or Bobby Roode, or Minoru Suzuki.
Ooh,
Proud and Powerful. Proud and Powerful.
That ain't going in there, Ryan. I'm not having that.
Shocking,
It's
that.
fine.
It's
It's
fine.
fine.
Fine. That's a decent tune, that.
Decent.
I'll
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
I'll
It's a
take
good
If
tune.
you rap the whole thing for me, I'll put it in.
I've forgotten the lyrics. If I
Oh,
wasn't
that
proud,
scene.
then I wouldn't be powerful. If I wasn't proud, then I wouldn't be powerful. If I was, then I
Ryan
wouldn't
ruined
be
it enough for everyone yet to make sure it doesn't go in the list.
Crap. Fiendish plan.
After that one's ruined, that's not going in.
Okay, Boris.
I would argue Cody Rhodes could be a good shout.
I think Randy Orton would be as well.
Kingdom's better
Yeah.
than Voices.
Ooh.
Or is it? I think. I think if you actually listen to the lyrics more on Cody's, I think that fits him more.
I thought
Obviously,
I think Randy
Voices
Orton
does.
fits
The
fits
lyrics
him
in Voices do fit Randy Orton. It fits
in
him back when he
2009.
when he first had it, when he was fucking RKOing with like Stephanie and kissing her and shit. If he still had that, did he have that theme song then, or did he still have "Hey,
Yeah, he had,
No,
he had it then.
hey"? I would argue that Kingdom goes in there over Voices if that's a battle between them.
That's fine.
Is anyone got
Yeah.
any objection to Kingdom going in the list?
No,
Nope.
just a little.
Okay, so this is the final list, maybe. We have Undisputed Era, Darby Allin, Cody Rhodes, Edge, and James Storm. Can you make any good argument against Edge going in there, Palmer?
Nah.
Okay, that is the list.
On the day.
I see clearly.
Namaste. I'm happy with that list. I think
Superstar.
I'm happy with that list. I think.
Real, I don't mind. I'm fine with that.
Obviously,
Yeah,
we
I'm
would
happy with
read out more fan suggestions, but
They didn't leave any comments.
we don't have any.
Let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up, boys. We're
wrap
out of
it
time.
up,
We're gonna
wrap
go.
it up. We're out of time. Where can we find any of you guys on your socials? Shout out your socials. Plug your socials.
You can find Ryan at Yardy316. I know that one.
Oh, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Did his job for him.
James.
You can find me at Hardcam James on Twitter, and you'll hear me on Tuesday in my new series where me and Nick review
And tomorrow.
Survivor Series 1990. Oh, and tomorrow, yeah, got Survivor Series tonight.
Look at him pushing his own thing rather than the Survivor Series review.
Nick,
Yes.
plug your socials.
Did it at the start of the pod, man.
Do it again.
Do it again, man.
No, I'm not worthy. Yeah, if I
One
didn't pay
more
for-
time.
One more time. One more time.
One more match.
Pencil Tree on Twitter and the Wrestling Artwork 32, which is associated to the Hardcam Wrestling Podcast. Facebook
Legitimately,
group.
do go and check that out because it is very good.
It is exceptional fucking artwork, that.
It's really good.
Oh, thank you.
And he's friends with Mark Haskins.
I even made the cut recently as well. We called off a load of people and I was still there. I was like, okay, check that out.
Fair enough.
And
Get you in there.
See if I can get him on the cast.
So I was going to suggest that to you in private. But this is a call out. Mark Haskins.
Please.
what are your socials, Joe? If
Hardcam Wrestling on Facebook.
marvelous.
Hardcam Wrestling Podcast on Facebook. Hardcam Wrestling on YouTube. I just punched my mic. That's it.
Podbeam as well. Listen on.
If
listen
you are
on
listening on Podbean, then go and then follow the podcast on Podbean, and as well as listening to it, please. And then if you're listening on YouTube, well, if you listen on YouTube, yeah, go over to Podbean. If you're listening to Podbean, subscribe to YouTube.
And follow the podcast on Twitter at Hardcam Podcast. This has been
Follow me on YouTube as well. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you know when we do stuff.
Smash
Hit the
that like button.
smash
Hit the
it.
notification bell as well, so you get updates when we upload.
That's what I meant.
Smash that subscribe and like button. Turn
Right.
on notifications.
No.
That's it. And we will
I think
see you
we're it.
during the week. Yeah, and we've
We're
got.
time we're gonna go.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See
We've
you
got that
tomorrow.
Series again.
Ta-ra, folks.
Adios.